Your boundaries as a man are huge. If a woman does not respect your boundaries, if she plays around those boundaries, or if she really crosses those boundaries, you got to drop her like a bad habit. Now, I have an example. Well, I have a woman, Sadia Khan, who's actually saying this in a womanly sort of way. In a womanly sort of way. Now, before we get into this clip, I want you guys to chime in, comment under this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Now, before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's get into it. Here we go.
Men who desire and focus on keeping the peace at the expense of keeping the respect are always going to lose that woman. What I'm suggesting is you let it be known that this behavior is something you're uncomfortable with, and you let it be known. And now if she continues to break that boundary after you've communicated it again and again and again, you don't keep repeating yourself. You remove yourself. Instead of repeating yourself and like holding her by the throat and trying to get her to understand and respect you, you simply respect yourself and you leave. And if she sees that you can't respect yourself enough and you can't leave her, you've already lost her. She knows you're not going anywhere.
Yes, you have already lost her. If this woman is not respecting your boundaries, she doesn't respect you. And as a man, you need respect. Think about it this way. If you have a boss, if you're walking out into the world, you're going to want respect, because if you're a boss, you don't want your employees to take over the business. If you're out in the world, you don't want people to feel comfortable disrespecting you. They need to understand that there are consequences or violence that's going to come afterwards. This is why men actually have respect for the next man. Now, the levels of respect vary, but for the most part, men aren't just going out looking to get into fights unless they have nothing to lose, or if they're triggered by something. Something has triggered them to the point to where, you know, they ready to crash out. Now, men, you must demand respect. Now, again, this woman put it in a very polite way, but in that polite way is probably one of those things that's going to make her feel better. So that actually may work. But I will tell you this, fellas, desire peace, because once you have it, you will understand how important it actually is. Now, when you have peace, you're able to recharge. You're able to be ready for the next day. You're able to get things done. Oh my God. A woman who crosses boundaries is not a good woman, at least not a good woman for you. Now, the reason why is because it's going to cause a lot of negative things to happen. For instance, you will be dealing with a divorce, a distraction, or she'll just simply leave you. Now you'll be distracted from whatever you were working on, because you'll be trying to figure out what went wrong and what happened and what can I do better to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And you're gonna find out that it was her all along. Her pushing these buttons, her crossing boundaries. These were her way of trying to end the relationship. These were things that she was really trying to figure out how she could trigger you. Now, what happens behind the trigger is what she doesn't know, but the fact that she's even willing to risk it says a lot about the respect, the honor, and the dignity that she has and sees when it comes to you. So fellas, I'm here to tell you, build up your confidence. That way you can see through it, because a woman, right? The woman that you're looking for, remember, 4 categories of women: wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger. Now, what you have to understand is that a wife wants her protection, and she understands you're protecting her from the world. You're protecting her from dangers that she cannot see. So how do you build up your confidence? Great question. Glad you asked. Meditation, exercising, and investing. Why? Because you're working on your mind, your body, and your finances. These things are extremely important, especially when it comes to women. So if your motivation is women, fine, get your life together. I'm going to tell you the best thing you can do is to figure out what your purpose is, figure out what you're good at, figure out what you're passionate about, then find ways to make money from that. You have to adapt to this stripper culture that we're living in because women have completely switched. They are sexually liberated and it is in our faces. It's in our face so much so to where they will fight with you. They will argue with you if you even think about taking that off the table for her because they finally get to experience it. But what I'm seeing is a lot of trauma, a lot of damage, and a lot of women who, once they hit the wall, they desire a relationship. Now, how do you know that that woman has really crashed into the wall? Well, the most powerful statement you're going to hear is, I'm dating with intention. That means she just finished her 304 phase. All right. So with that being said, fellas, I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Do you think it's okay for a woman to cross your boundaries? Let me know. Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that we're done with this video, do me a huge favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.